The best-selling car in America is not a car at all. It's a pickup truck, specifically the Ford F-150. In fact, no sedans even place on the top 5 list of best-selling vehicles in America, while pickup trucks occupy 3 slots on that list. This is why Tesla, many electric vehicle startups, and the legacy Detroit Automakers are all competing to bring to market their version of an electric pickup truck, possibly the most important vehicle for the EV revolution in America. The race is on to see who will bring the first viable electric pickup to market, but both the launch and mass adoption of these electric trucks face significant challenges to become mainstream. First off is convincing pickup truck owners of the advantages of electric trucks. Truck buyers are notoriously loyal to brand. Many buyers will pick a brand of truck early in life and stick with the same brand, even the same model, for decades. They'll drive their truck until it wears out and breaks down, then go back and buy a newer model year of the exact same truck that they had before. To persuade these brand loyalists to switch brands, or even to convert from gas to electric, will mean showing them tangible benefits from making the switch. Specific benefits, such as increased towing capacity for electric trucks compared to gas, are a good start, but convincing these buyers to convert will be an uphill battle. Second is the issue of range. Electric vehicles currently have a range problem. When driving long distances in an EV, range and charging are the primary concerns. Run out of battery in the middle of nowhere and you have to be towed. There's no ability to have a friend bring you a can of gas for a quick top-off. You simply have to get your vehicle transported to a charging station. While the big cities are getting better and better each year at building out EV charging infrastructure, and many of the most heavily used interstates also have charging stations built along them, there is still a huge supply problem outside of major population centers. Smaller cities, towns, and especially rural areas do not have widespread charging infrastructure. Building a single charging station for 8 cars reportedly costs Tesla $250,000 each, meaning that putting in just 2 new charging stations in a town can cost upwards of $500,000. For EVs to capture more market segment outside of the largest metro areas, this infrastructure needs to be built up, and battery technology and range needs to be enhanced. This is crucial for the enormous set of rural drivers who primarily use trucks for both their jobs and commute. Convincing these rural drivers to switch to EVs will require a massive increase in range for batteries. Ideally, enough range so that an electric truck owner can charge his truck overnight, drive it around all day, commuting to work, actually working, running errands, and returning home, all without having to charge the vehicle. And until these ranges are met, many rural drivers will not be able to buy electric trucks, even if they wanted to, because of the lack of practicality. All of this is made significantly harder in the more northern, colder states, since cold weather saps battery charge much quicker than in warmer weather. Third is the issue of consumer appeal. Aside from the aforementioned strong brand loyalty in the truck market segment, there is also the dual purpose of trucks that needs to be considered. While cars and SUVs function is to transport people from one place to another, trucks also have the function of transporting things from one place to another. Whether carrying a load of lumber in the truck bed or towing a trailer full of machinery, trucks are often used by their owners for more than just moving people, which makes things such as bed dimensions and towing capacity hugely important. Luckily, electric trucks do have the advantage, of better towing capacity than their gas counterparts, but hauling or towing large loads does require more electricity, further highlighting the need for incredible growth in battery range and efficiency. The branding side of the switch to electric will be difficult for the legacy Detroit automakers such as Ford and GM, but will be even harder for newcomer startups and Tesla. Rivien, one such electric pickup truck maker, has the asset of being headquartered near Detroit, home of the American automobile. Tesla, on the other hand, a quintessential California startup, is building a new gigafactory to produce its electric Cybertruck in Austin, Texas. This is not only a cost-saving move, but is also an appeal to the huge pickup truck market in Texas. Building their trucks in Texas, rather than California, will likely strengthen their appeal amongst the target consumer. So, let's take a look at the most promising players in the electric pickup truck wars. First off are the legacy players, Ford and GM. Boasting immense brand loyalty and lock-in, the Detroit automakers have the strategic advantage of existing market share, convincing the most reticent of truck buyers to switch, or in other words, convincing the holdouts, will likely come easiest to these automakers. If someone owns several Ford F-150 trucks throughout their life and are hesitant about switching off gas, the electric F-150 might be the easier way to convert them. The Detroit automakers may not be the most flashy or innovative, but they definitely aren't out. Next is Tesla, the electric vehicle juggernaut. Tesla's valuation alone, that of the rest of the automotive world combined, is enough to give them huge momentum. Tesla has huge star power in its CEO, virtually unlimited access to cheap capital, innovative technology years ahead of the rest of the industry, and a perception as a premium brand, all of which help its case. Tesla's Cybertruck announcement was hugely hyped and will likely convince many consumers to purchase Cybertrucks, many of whom weren't necessarily that interested in trucks before. Tesla will likely not have as broad of an appeal to the average Ford F-150 or Chevy Silverado driver, however. Next is Rivien, the electric truck startup from Detroit. Rivien has taken the opposite approach to Tesla and has collaborated with the Detroit automakers. Rivian's strategy is to ease consumers into electric trucks that look and feel familiar to existing trucks. With its strong towing capacity and off-roading capabilities, Rivian's trucks seem to be targeting the niche of the adventurous buyer who would take their truck out into the wilderness for camping, off-roading, or exploring. They are making a play for a similar market segment as the Jeep or Ford Bronco would traditionally capture. Rivien also has the tailwind of an unusual but powerful backer, Amazon. Rivien has a contract with Amazon to make and deliver Amazon's next wave of electric cargo vans, a huge sign of confidence in the growing company. Another startup player is Ohio-based Lordstown Motors. Lordstown Motors has already gone public via a SPAC in late 2020 and is aiming more at the commercial truck market. Lordstown wants to sell trucks to businesses and fleets rather than luxury buyers. This approach allows Lordstown to have an inexpensive rollout. By targeting large volume orders from fewer clients, they can keep delivery and service costs relatively low from the gate and pursue profitability quicker than the mass market consumer-focused companies. Additionally, by trialing the truck in the commercial space, the company can turn around and focus on reliability and their truck's proven track record on the job when they eventually open up to the full consumer market. What all of this means in the end is that all eyes will be on the electric pickup truck market segment for the years ahead. The premium electric car segment has many viable players, and the consumer grade segment is still a few years of technological innovation and investment in charging stations away from widespread adoption. That leaves the pickup truck as the remaining consumer market segment that will make or break electric car makers in the transition from gas to electric.